Hello everybody and welcome to another Transformers review. Today I'm going to review Transformers Legacy RC, or Leg RC, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a fan of this figure. I'm a fan of the character that she's based on, the Prime RC. But I feel like she's the exact polar opposite of Bulkhead. Whereas Bulkhead is a G1-ified version of a Prime character that is good, this one is a G1-ified version of a character that is not so good. Not terrible, but not a great figure, in my opinion. Which sucks because I was really hoping that this was going to be amazing. I saw the promo pics and everything. The robot mode looked pretty good. It was obviously, this is obviously in my opinion the worst mode out of the two. But in order for them to go from this into an amazing bike, I was really hoping that it would be good, but it wasn't to me. And I'm just hoping that Knockout is, and I believe he's a retool slightly of the Studio Series 86 Jazz, I believe, which isn't a great figure, but I actually really like it. I don't think it deserved all the hate that it was getting. So let's get into what I like first. I like the head sculpt. I really do. I think it's one of the better head sculpts that we've gotten. I actually may think it's better than Bulkhead, slightly, in my opinion. I'm not a fan of the body. It's a little too flat and bulky, in my opinion, for this character. The arms are fine. Wish they had a little more color up here, but no. The wheels, they're fine, but they don't look great with this backpack, which I want the backpack on because of the wings. That's iconic for RC, or this version of RC at least, in my opinion. But I also just don't like this backpack at all. I'm not a fan of the fact that her waist does not want to tab in. It's terrible. And then the legs, the actual legs are fine, but these pieces just hanging out on the side aren't doing it for me. Also, her weapons, terrible. They're clear, just semicircles. I use them as the blades, which I guess is what they're supposed to be, but they just aren't the best. And then her wheels on her back also turn into like it's kind of like a weird gun drone thing. I'm not using it for that. That's dumb. So for posability, or let's get size comparisons done first. For size comparisons, we have Legacy Optimus, we have Legacy Dragstrip, Legacy Core Class Skywarp, and we have Legacy Voyager Class Blaster. She doesn't look bad in groups, but when she's by herself, it's not as great. So for posability, she can look pretty far up. She can get she can get a lot of side to side, actually. She has a very tight ball joint. Her arms can move out that far, She's hindered by the wheels if you have them in this configuration, but then again, she's also hindered by the backpack if you don't. So if you want full 360, you'll have to take off both. She has a bicep swivel, a bend at the arm, and she also has a wrist swivel, which I do like. I think that's good. She has a waist swivel that is hindered by the body, and also it's just hindered by the plastic that holds it in. Thanks to it not folding or tapping in right, she does have a arching back, I guess. She can kick out that far and back that far. Actually, she can go even further back. She has a good spread. Thigh swivel, which is hindered because of the plastic. Bend at the knee. That's all you get. I don't even think that's 90 degrees. Toe bend and an ankle pivot. So posability is pretty good for this figure. It's just the figure that is bad. Also, the transformation is pretty tedious, so I may not be able to get it captured very well on camera. So I apologize for that, if so. So what you want to start off with is taking off these. This isn't weapon parts forming because you don't have to put them on anything. I like to put them together so that way they can just sit off to the side. Next, I want to take the wheels and unplug it from the back of the neck. There are tabs and holes that you want to line up specifically so that way this can form the wheel. Trying to get it. There we go. Like so. Now, this does like to come off pretty easily, but you don't have to take it off. I mostly recommend you do up until a certain point, but yeah. So I'm gonna take it off. First, take the arm pad things and fold them down around the wrists. Then take the waist, fold it back, and rotate it 180. Spread the legs, rotate the crotch up. Which actually, no, you didn't need to rotate it 180, I believe. You just need to rotate the crotch around. All right, I believe so. Then take this section and rotate it around, like so. Yeah, you do. You do. You need to rotate it. Sorry. Next, you want to take the legs and fold them around on this kind of exhaust looking pipe. tab the back of the heels into them, and then fold the feet on top of the heels. Next, you'll want to rotate the exhausts down till the legs kind of wrap and fold around the chest, like so. Next, rotate the biceps to where the panels are on the top, and then rotate them down like so. Same thing on the other side, and you can tab them together. Next, fold this down flush. Take these tires, same thing with the drone that becomes a tire. It's going to, they have holes and pegs that you have to line up perfectly. And there we go. Make sure that the heels are still tabbed into the exhausts, because although it's a tight fit, they come out real easily. Next, you can start with this, put it back onto where it was originally, and there is a kind of T-junction right here and this slot here that fit into pegs that are on the wing sections. Try and get everything lined up. This is the worst part in my opinion. It's trying to get the wing panels to tab into everything correctly. Didn't want to stay in. There we go. Hold down this panel once you get it in and do the exact same on the other side. Now, once you get both of them plugged in, everything should stay pretty solid. Finally, you want to take the drone piece and form it as the wheel, which is why you don't want to lose it. This is the alternate mode that I love. I really like this alternate mode a lot. The bike is just amazing. It's this beautiful blue. I feel it's a little too light. I wish it was the darker blue that a figure later on will be, but it's still a really good bike. Can't really roll that well, except on like carpet and soft floor, but she does have a kickstand that she can stay stood up with, which I like. So, I don't really have a problem with this figure, this mode, other than the hands sticking out a little bit, but you can get the pads a little further out so it's not as noticeable. And really, it's not a problem for me, really. I just wish they could have maybe done something about the tire having to be parts formed. But I mean, you can keep it here in robot mode, but the robot mode does suffer if you do, in my opinion. So overall, that was RC. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please continue to come back for the rest of this marathon. I only have 3 more reviews, so we'll get those done as soon as possible. Thank you, and bye.